It's also to show my children, like, hey, you can find a new passion in life. He will go into the locker room and ask cats who got me tonight. They getting that work. I'm dropping 50 on them. And he will go drop 50 on them. And you know how we do, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Cap out South
sir.
Turner Incorporated, cheating in all fields of human endeavor, you know what I mean?
Yes,
So
sir. Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the second episode of Stay Hydrated. I'm your
come on, man.
man, Wadurr, and we got an amazing guest today. My dude, man, he's out here doing a lot of stuff out here, killing it. I got to introduce y'all to my man, Trell Maurice,
Come
the
on, man.
host of
Yes, sir.
Live with Trell and the owner of the TM brand, Trell Maurice. What's up, man? Go ahead and
Word.
introduce yourself, bro. What's
Hey
good
man,
with it?
I appreciate you and thanks for having me on, big dog. You know, Walter, always doing your thing. Hey, I'm even motivated and inspired by seeing you doing your thing. So it's an absolute pleasure being here. And yeah, like you said, hey, Trell Maurice, that's what we go by. That's the brand, that's the movement. Do good, stay fly. So that's what we try to do, man. Nothing but positive vibes only. And with the brand TM underscore the brand, the name on that's the name on IG. Like with that, man, it's all about just it's merch and it feels good, and a portion of all proceeds goes toward No Kid Hungry, like feeding the kids, bro.
That's
So
beautiful,
that's what we
man.
about, man. It's all about doing good, staying fly, and of course on IG we got this show, Live with Trell, and that's like the main focus when we're talking about trying to get the message out. So, what is the Trell Maurice brand? It's a brand about positivity, love and love, agreeing to disagree when necessary, you know, just being a genuine human being, and diversity, equity, and inclusion, man. Everybody's welcome to chop it up on the show at Trell underscore Maurice. And then, like, yo, in the brand, yo, we servicing everybody because we're just trying to get back, man. That's what it is,
Yeah.
man. Do good, stay fly. Every Tuesday and Friday, we're trying to put that message out there on IG, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
like
yeah,
to
yeah.
hear, man. That's a beautiful thing. So, and if y'all didn't know, this is also my fraternity brother right here. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Cap Alpha Psi Fraternity
Shout out to the
Incorporated.
Nooch, you
Yes,
know what I
sir.
mean?
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to
You
the
already know
Nooch.
what's up. You already know
Yes,
what's up.
sir.
So, man, first thing I want to talk about, bro, how did you come up with the concept of Live with Trell? Like how did this come together? Because as you said, you got normal, regular, everyday people, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
coming on your live, some that you don't know, some that you do know, and just
right.
talking about topics, you know what I'm saying, that
Yeah,
people
man.
that other people come up with, that you come up with. Like
Right.
how did that come into the works, bro?
So I just joined Instagram late 2021, and I went on this dating show. Actually, a homegirl told me about this dating show, and I went on a dating show. Yeah, I was like, why not? I was single for about a year, um, and after I was married before, then I got divorced. I was single for about a year. Wasn't too big on social media, but then she asked me to go on the show. I went on the show. I was just being myself, but my following or the supporters of the brand was like, wow, what I like to call them. It grew. So I was like, okay, well, what do I do with all of these people that are kind of interested in what I got to say because of my 15 minutes on the show? So I was like, oh, well, I'll just start going live.
Yes,
And I was
sir.
going live, and it was like 10 people, 15 people. And it was mainly women because it was a dating show originally. But it ended up being pretty cool because I just started talking about like interesting topics. And because it was a dating show, topics started to be more dating, relationship, love focused.
Yes, sir.
Um, and they started just to become friends and not even interest anymore because that's just how I flowed. And I just stay consistent, man. It's been 44 weeks. I've been doing that.
44
So
weeks.
44 weeks, bro. And I just been every single Friday. And then I added in Tuesdays after a while because I was getting feedback to like, yo, we enjoying the show. We want more. And I've always been an outgoing personality. I love engaging with people. Obviously, I could talk. So I'm like, yo, this was right up my lane. And I started to get an energy about it. So I'm like, oh, I actually enjoy this. I love doing this. I love engaging with other people. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna just keep going and going and growing. Hopefully, you know what I mean? That's the goal. It's just to keep getting bigger and bigger and better. You
And then
know,
that's what I was about to ask, man. Like where do you see this going? Like where do you see Live with Trail going? Like
bro.
what's
I see
the
me.
what's the goals
I,
with it, man? What are you trying to
the
do?
goal is to have something like I don't know if you familiar, your audience familiar with like Arsenio Hall.
Okay, okay. Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm trying to
Yes,
have
sir.
a show like that. I like to dress fly. I want to be able to have access to more things, more resources, so I can keep doing good and staying fly. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why it's a tagline.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
I'm
Yes,
big on
sir.
giving back, big on humanitarian things, philanthropy. So with that, the bigger that I can get, the more that I can do. You know what
Got
I'm
you.
saying?
Yes, sir.
And letting people know that hey, there's people of color who are well rounded, who just enjoy being good human beings, and we ain't all about the what you see in the movies and on TV all the time that can get a bad rap on black males specifically. But to answer the question again, I see myself having a whole show coming out, being fly,
Yes,
engaging with
sir.
people, and talking about things that people want to talk about, and just bringing some light and energy into people's lives. Life is hard, so we all got our own lane. But I know my lane is just to bring the energy. You know what I mean? To talk about interesting things, so you can kick your feet up, let your head down, or grab a beer or your favorite beverage, whatever it is, and just laugh, smile, and enjoy life for a bit when you rock it with Trell Maurice. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir. I
We
like
out
that,
here.
man. I like that. So when it comes to also the brand, because obviously the Live with Trail is sponsored by TM, the brand, the Trell Maurice brand. How
Yeah.
did that brand come together? And not only that, with the aspect of the brand, like how'd you get started? How'd you know what to do? Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everything. Like how'd you do all that?
Word, man. Appreciate the question. I walking through the mall one day. I always had this thought, but like way back in the day, I had a thought about jerseys. I love basketball and sports, but it was always something about rocking, and it's weird because I started the brand, right? But for me, I'm like rocking someone else's name. It was just different. It was different for me. It was somebody else's name. But then I'm like, okay, but I like what they represent, so I don't mind rocking it because they're representing something. So then I'm in the mall and I wanted to get something new, and I saw this Calvin Klein sweatsuit somebody was rocking. And I'm like, I don't even know what Calvin Klein is about. Like, what are they about? Like, who is this guy? What's their origin? What are they about? But people are rocking it.
Exactly.
So now I was like, okay, I thought about Eddie Bauer, Steve Madden, Sean John. Like, I could go down the list of different designers and such that their name is their brand, but what are they representing? I didn't know the answer. I could look it up, but it's not it's sometimes it may be hard to find. But I was like, yo, if I did my own brand, I know what I'm about. I know what I represent. And if people
Yes,
to rock with
sir.
the positive vibes, being a good human being, love, the things I mentioned, like yo, they can support the brand and do good, stay fly. So I could start up my own brand. And I mean, Trell Maurice isn't my government name, but
Yeah,
nonetheless,
that's
it's
all
just
good.
it's a combination of names. And fun fact, it's like my son's middle name as well, like the Maurice part. But like, so I was like, yo, I could create this brand, and that's what it's about. So if you're rocking Trell Maurice, you're about good vibes, positive vibes, and when you wear it, you could be like, yo, I'm in the spirit and the mindset of emanating positivity,
That's
good
real.
vibes. So bump it every Maurice. I'm thinking about doing good, staying fly, being a dope human being. And it's like that's the representation. So anybody to rock the brand, that's what I would ask them to do. You know, so that's what it started was me seeing someone else's brand and not knowing like, yo, I can do the same thing, but I got a bigger purpose behind mine. If they could do it, I could do it too.
Yes,
And
sir.
then just asking questions to those who got brands. You know, I ain't gonna do it the hard way. I'm gonna do it the easy way. So those who already kind of had something going on, I would just ask them like, hey, how did you get started? Who did you use? And I had a couple of homies that already had like brands, and I took bits and pieces of the things I liked, and I used the manufacturers that I liked and stuff like that. And then I wanted to get a professional look, so I was like, all right, I'm seeing TrellMaurice.com is available because that's like the most professional that I could get. And I bought the domain, and we just went on from there.
That's real, man.
Yeah, man.
And how do you come up with concepts? Because I mean, I know, like, I mean, obviously, a lot of people that are watching this may not have seen like all the different concepts and clothes that you got, but you know, I've had the opportunity because I know you well to see different concepts and stuff. How do you come up with the different concepts and all that stuff? Even with Live with Trell, like going back to that, how do you come up with all the concepts and everything that you put out there?
Yeah, man. To be honest with you, it'd be a combination of things. So I get inspired just from going to the gym, seeing others, watching different shows. I don't watch too much television, but different shows I may watch, I'll pick up inspiration there. And then people are out and about, I'll pick up inspiration. Also, I mean, because the show and stuff is growing, so different topics I think of, different pages that I see, I'm starting to get different input. So with the topics, people would DM me topics. They'll be like, hey, have you seen this video? This would be an interesting topic. So now I know that they're bought in, which is, it's more motivated. It's like, yo, they're bought in. They're actually I'm not paying them or nothing, but they're sending me things to talk about. So that's just pretty cool, you know, and then I pick and choose what I want to discuss. And then on top of that, I'm gonna go with the times, right? So if it's, you know, Hispanic Heritage Month, you know, maybe I'll bring somebody on for that. If it's Women's Month, I may bring, if it's Breast Cancer Awareness, you know what I mean? If it's Black History Month, like for February, you know, we may have topics on that. And then if we're talking about love and relationships, that's something that everybody have dealt with, whether it's the lack of a relationship or they're currently in it. Regardless, you're touched by it. So it's something that we could talk about. And it's funny because we all had good stories, bad stories. You could talk about that for days. But so that's in a nutshell how I get inspired and get the inputs to do what I do.
That's real, man. That's
with
real,
the
man.
brand, with the topics.
Yeah, and honestly, bro, like where does the motivation come from? Because I mean, obviously, I mean, you have a job as well. You know what I'm saying? I know you're a member of the military. You know, thank you for your service.
Yeah. So my pleasure, bro.
Yeah, man. So where's the motivation come from to, you know, we all got good days, we all got bad days. You know what I'm saying? Where's the motivation come from to keep pushing forward and getting everything done that you got to do?
Hey, man, I'm a proud dad, bro. So that's it right there. I got two children, and I'm trying to lead the way. So I've been in the Air Force for 18 years, bro, active duty in the game. So I'm showing them that, hey, have a career, figure out what you want to do something that you feel proud of. Right? I'm proud to be in the Air Force, right? Joined straight out of high school. And the other motivation is, although I do that, I also found this new love for hosting a show. I thoroughly enjoy it. It doesn't feel like work. When I'm coming up with it, hey, this is gonna be my new intro, I get an energy about it. Like when I'm in the lives, bro, I be in like that flow zone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you watch the movie Soul or not, the animation film, and they're in that flow zone, that's where I be on. It's just like I'm riding that flow. I'm elated. It's like hooping back in the day. Like I used to play ball. When I'm on the court, I'm not thinking about nothing else. I'm just hooping. I'm enjoying life. So that's how I be when I'm on these lives. And it's also to show my children, like, hey, you can find a new passion in life. You may do one thing and do that well for a while, and you might be able to transition into something totally different. Like, for example, Michael Strahan was a Super Bowl champion. You know what I'm saying? Football player.
Great example.
Pro Bowl Hall of Famer. Now you see him on Good Morning America. This man is private. He's still commentating on other things. It's like he found a whole new profession. Deion Sanders, coaching, whole new profession. Or, I mean, I forget the dude's name, but he was a football player. Now he's a surgeon, a brain surgeon.
Myron Rowe. Yes, sir.
Exactly. Totally new profession. So I want to show them, hey, man, you can be motivated to do one thing and you could transition. You're not one dimensional. Like, we're human beings. We're dynamic. You could have several different passions and you could do that. But yeah, for them, that's the motivation. constant improvement, constant achievement. And you know how we do, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Cap
sir.
trying to incorporate achievement in all fields of human endeavor, you know what I mean?
Yes,
So
sir.
for every field. But yeah, man, it's that constant achievement. That's why I'm showing my son and my daughter. And they got to see Pops continuously improving.
And we'll actually come back to the father aspect, but let's go to the military aspect, man. You said
All right.
you joined out of high school. You know, what made you want to join the military? What made you want to go in that direction? Yeah, like what pushed you in that path? You know what I mean? And also
Yeah.
like what has it been like being an African American male in the military, especially 18 years? You know, I'm sure you had some
Yeah.
crazy experiences. So like let's run down all that.
Word, hey, ain't no thing but chicken wing on the string, bro. So my grandpops, man, he actually served during the years of the Korean War. You know, he was in the Air Force, and then my dad, you know, so my dad's dad, when I say grandpa,
Got
uh,
you.
and then my dad, he was in the Air Force. My
Wow.
dad's brother, you know what I mean, my unks, he was in the Air Force. You
Wow.
know, and then his sister was in the Army. Then my older brother, he's 3 years my senior, he joined the Air Force. So it's kind of
Wow.
like a family legacy tradition kind of thing, right?
Okay.
So when I was graduating high school, I was like, all right, I could go to the community college. You know, I could try to hoop. I didn't take basketball too seriously, although I was pretty legit. But you see these
Yeah.
youngins nowadays where they got personal coaches and highlight tapes galore. We weren't on that like that. It was like, if my coach ain't help out or I don't got recruit scouts and stuff coming through, I'm probably going to try to hoop at the community college and then I'll go on from there. But when I was making that decision, my brother was already in the Air Force. He was in it for like 3 years at the time.
Okay. Okay.
So I was like, all right, let me go visit him to see how he's living. My man was hooping on a base, great friends. He had a new car. He had a dope apartment, big screen TVs. I'm enjoying myself over the weekend, and then he threw a party, and they had the ladies come through. I was hooked. I was like, Young Jordan, where do I sign up? I ain't going front. So it's no like
Yes, sir.
patriotism, nationalism. It's none of the greatness. 9/11 happened. I was like, I have to join when I'm able. It's none of that.
Yeah.
It was literally the lifestyle. And I said, I can get that almost immediately.
Yeah.
Let me do this, because clearly it worked out well, because my pops, he retired Air Force. He did 20 years. So I
Wow.
grew up in that. Like, he retired when I was 14 years old. So I grew up in that lifestyle. So I knew it was a stable income. It was a stable household that I could provide for my family eventually. So it's a combination of that. I knew it was stability. I knew it was a career that I could do 20 years and retire and get a check for the rest of my life. And I saw the glitz and the glamour of the fun. And
Exactly.
it's just been a ride ever since then, bro. 18 years. I don't regret it at all.
Wow. What do you have to say to the people that are, questioning, what I'm saying, military, what I mean, like not really sure what they want to do with their lives, like
Yeah.
what type of advice do you give to those type of people?
I give it, if you know your passion already, if you're that fortunate to know your passion, do whatever you're passionate about. And like go hammer on that. Like go hard on that, and you can make it work. If you work hard enough, or you love something so strongly that you're willing to put in the work, no matter what it is, you can get paid for
That's
it,
real.
straight up. But if you are unsure of what you want to do, why waste time?
Yeah.
You can figure it out and join the Air Force or any military branch for that matter. And you can figure it out while you do a few years and you learn in a trade and you get more discipline. If military is not for you, you can go to the community college or whatever and get your general education classes done while you're figuring it out. I just offer, the earlier that you know what you want to do, the quicker you're going to be successful.
That's real. That's
You
real,
know,
man.
don't waste time. So figure it out. And it's okay to fail. It's okay to try new things. If you join and you don't like it after 2, 4 years, whatever you sign up for, you can get out and do something totally different.
Yes, sir. That's real,
But
man.
you know what I mean? You might have saw a bit of the world, might not. You know what I mean? Like I said, 18 years, I done lived overseas. I done been to a ton of countries. I done deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan,
I'm about to say
and they did.
let's hear some
They
stories, man. Like where you been?
bruh,
Like what's up? Let's hear some
they
stories, man.
they paid for. So I did Iraq back in like '06, '07. I did Afghanistan '07, '08. So that was like the thick of Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom. So I mean, like on the base, we got attacked by mortars and rockets over 200 times while I was there.
Wow.
So thank God survived. We had rescue missions. So we would have helicopters getting shot down by rocket propelled grenades, air defense artillery, small arms, things like that could cause it. And we would rescue people. So while I was in Iraq, man, we had 26 saved lives, and I was able to be a part of that. So that was like, wow, like it's real
Wow,
over
dude.
here. And in Afghanistan, I did the same thing, personal recovery. It was a bit different. Won't go too crazy into that, but it was interesting time frame. I was a youngin. I didn't have a family yet, so it was nothing for me to go over there. Yeah, good times. But that afforded me the opportunity to get more experience, more training, and I was able to end up going to Korea, Germany, Louisiana. I lived in Hawaii for 4 years, and now I'm in the National Capital Region. So I
Y'all
mean,
hear all those places he's been, y'all? You guys hear all that?
bruh,
And he's getting
bruh,
paid to go.
getting paid. Hey, boat parties in Barcelona. You know what I mean? Yo, Germany. Yo, been to Paris a million times. Feel like Brussels, Belgium, the Netherlands. Shout out to Amsterdam and stuff. Croatia. I mean, Liechtenstein, Switzerland, Czech Republic, Berlin. Bro, Europe is where it's at.
What's the ladies like out there,
UK.
man? What's the
Hey
ladies
man,
like?
hey man. I would say good times. Uh, I was single for about a year and a half in Germany.
Wow.
Good times, bro. Good times.
Beautiful women everywhere, man. Beautiful women.
Gorgeous, bro. Gorgeous women, bro.
And they love black men out there, huh?
Come on, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
you win a little bit. You win a little bit over there. In Korea, it's a different story, but in Europe, yeah, you win it. You win it a
There you
little
go.
bit. I mean, you got to think our culture spans the world. When I say our culture, I mean like black, brown culture, hip hop culture. Like our culture spans the world. It's wild to travel the world and to see the influence.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like wow, and then it's funny because we're so I think because how we are as Americans, it's like everybody else has an accent, but we think that we don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but when
Exactly.
we go somewhere else, they hear us speak. Yo, you're American. You know what I
Instantly.
mean? Yeah.
Instantly.
So that was unique. That was well interesting, I should say, experience. But I appreciated it. And then you get a little pride too. I think that's just the American way. You feel like we're the best country in the world, but there's a lot of countries to bring a lot of input, man. So to the world, so it's pretty cool.
That's dope, man. That's
Yeah.
dope. And obviously, I heard you say, while you was out there, you were single, but also earlier you said that you went through a divorce and you have your 2 kids. So I mean, I'm guessing right now, like you're single right now. So how is it
Hmm.
being a single father raising 2 kids? As an African American male, what is that like? Can you kind
Yeah.
of go into this in some detail about
Yeah,
that?
man. I feel like that it's super important to be present. So my kids and their mom, bro, they live like 10 minutes away from me. So
Wow.
we co-parent very, very, very well. I mean, it's
Yeah.
super quiet right now because they're at their mom's house. No, but I love it. I love the maturity of their mom and I to be able to be in the same place, same school district, and co-parent like we do, so that although we're not together, we can still give them a sense of family.
Gotcha.
So that's key. So it's not as when I say single dad, it's not as strenuous as if I had them 24/7 by myself. So I give kudos to those single parents that are doing it absolutely by themselves because that's a hard job. I've had them at times by myself, you know, and
Yeah.
with their mom not being down the street, and yeah, but more times than not, they're with their mom primarily, and I'm seeing them every single day. But and we're co-parenting very well. So neither one of us is like doing it entirely by ourselves. But nonetheless, having a child or children, I should say, having children, I feel like it made me a better man because I know my purpose. I know my priorities are in line. I know I can't be slipping because I gotta provide,
Yeah, definitely.
and be a great role model. Like they look up to me. I mean, your dad's your hero. Like my son, I catch him looking at me at times, like seeing how I'm reacting to things or copying my mannerisms or things like that. So it's pretty cool to see. But at the same time, it comes with responsibility. Cause I know you're watching.
Yes, sir. And
Yeah,
and I mean, obviously, you can't help or save everybody's situation, but what type of advice do you give to people, what I'm saying, that are going through your same type of situation where it's like, single father, single mother, trying to work together on raising the kids together? What type of advice can you give, especially from the male perspective? Because I mean,
yeah,
obviously, you see it a lot of times in the African
yeah.
American community. Black fathers aren't seen, you know what I'm saying,
Right,
in the right mindset. I feel like in the right
right,
eyes, like they're seen as wrong a lot of the times.
right. I would say, man, if you can make it work with your kid's mom, make it work. Whether it's therapy, counseling, whatever. Studies clearly show that children who grow up with both parents in the same house, they thrive a lot more than children that don't. Not saying that if you don't, you can't. I'm just going off of the stats to show. So with that understanding, that's why I'm so hands on. Like I'll pick them up from school or I'll drop them off more days than not, right? Uh, I'm taking them places on the weekend and stuff. So I'm trying to give them the feel like they got both parents in the same house as much as possible. So advice would be if you can make it work, make it work. Stay in the same crib, make it work with the woman that you had a child with. If you cannot make it work, be as active as you can because they need both parents. Children need both parents. Men and women just give naturally without even trying. If you're present, we just give different things that a child needs: the nurturing versus the discipline, the masculine versus the feminine energy is just a lot of the differences that men provide and women provide to the growth of a child. And yeah, just be present. That's half the battle, you know.
That's
So
real,
that
man.
would be the advice. Try to make it work, and if you can't make it work, be as present as possible.
That's real, man. That's real.
And if you can't make it work, you got to put your emotions aside and focus on the fact that you are co-parenting. Stop worrying about who he or she, the other parent, what their dating life is like, or things of that nature, or using the kids as a weapon against them, things like that. It gets in the way of your purpose of being a good parent. So I don't worry. I don't worry about who she's dating, things like that. I worry about the safety of my children, and if that's on point, I could care less on how in love she is with someone else. I care about how good she is as a mom. How well is she parenting?
I got you.
And that's what it is. So you got to just be emotionally mature when it comes to those things.
Yeah, and that's something that's hard. That's not easy for everybody.
Right.
And I mean, especially in the mindset of like when you see people, because obviously a lot of times people grow up in households where the parents are having arguments going back and forth and
Right.
stuff, and the parents try to stay together until the kids are 18 years old. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Until they get out the house before they decide to have a
Yep.
divorce. Like, obviously you can't make decisions for everybody, but what do you commonly recommend? Like how do you know when it's done? Like how do you know when it's best that okay, we should step away and raise the kids in separate households because this is better for the kids and what they're going to see as they grow up?
And when you're having significantly more bad days than good days, then a change needs to happen.
Okay.
Like, I mean, significantly more. bad days, good days. So it's like, all right, you need to go to therapy and counseling. You need to give that a try. If that doesn't work out, try it again. If that doesn't work out, maybe a third time. If it doesn't work out, then okay, then you should call it quits. But try it a few times and don't give up and know that you can sleep well knowing you gave it a super hard try. And you
Yep.
can honestly tell your children when they get older, we tried to make it work, but we wanted to make sure that y'all grew up. I rather co-parent well separately than create a toxic, unhealthy environment in the same house.
Like what type of effect you think that has on the kids? Like what type of effect you think that
Oh yeah,
that
you're
brings?
teaching them that's what a marriage is like. A marriage isn't arguing and yelling and bickering all day. A marriage isn't two individuals in competition. That's not a marriage. Marriage is teamwork, it's partnership. It's going to have its ups and downs. The love and romantic intimacy is going to ebb and flow. But ultimately, you need to be on the same page. You need to be aligned with what values, morals, ethics, what kind of teaching the children, what example are we setting when it comes to treating a spouse. And if we are setting a poor example because our personalities just don't get along, we're bumping heads, then that's where we need to do the mature thing and separate so that we can at least have them grow up in a space where it is a lot more peace and love. And that was my calculus. I'm like, all right, bet, like we just too much different and bump heads after a while to where now this is just a bad environment to raise children and have a family.
Got you. Got
You know
you.
what I mean?
That's real, man. That's real.
Yeah.
And you talked earlier, obviously you talked about your background with sports, playing
Yeah.
basketball growing up,
Yeah.
all that
Yeah.
stuff. How much did basketball mean to you? Like how big was sports for you growing up, and how important do you think sports is, especially with you having kids and stuff, you know? And you can talk about your past in sports, but also like how important do you think it is for your kids to also play sports and build that
Work.
camaraderie and everything?
Bruh, sports is critical, in my opinion, to just growth and so many qualities that you need as an adult: leadership, followership, teamwork, the ability to communicate, the ability to follow directions, the ability to think quickly, the ability to know when to step your energy up and when to relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things you take away. And then you realize what you have in you, your mental strength, who's a natural leader or not. Like, there's so many from coaching and playing. But growing up, I mean, that was my entire childhood. Like, I loved basketball. You know, I mean, I love playing sports, but it's just the come. I mean, that's why I host the show. 'Cause I like engage with other folks, right? So um, just engage with other people growing up playing basketball. I just loved it. It was like one of those things that I can't teach somebody to love it. You know, it's just in you. You know, so it's like my son with football. He
Yes,
loves
sir.
football.
He's nice.
So, oh yeah, he's nice, bro. Come on. Yeah, he's nice. Yeah, he's good. We're athletic. So it's funny because my pops played baseball and then I played basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably would have wanted me to play baseball. And then I play basketball, but my son wants to play. He's so into football and not basketball. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, oh, it'd be cool if he liked basketball, but who knows? He's about to be 9. He might like it when he gets older. But if he doesn't, hey, I support football. Great. I got a lot smarter in football because he was playing. Um, so yeah, man, football, sports in general. Is my daughter's. We had her in sports when she was younger, but she just kind of grew out of it. But
Mhm.
you got. I'm not going to force my children to do sports, although I think it's important. I can still find other ways to teach them some of those qualities or good things you get from sports in other ways.
Exactly.
So,
That's
mhm.
real. And bro, honestly, growing up and stuff, you had the opportunity to see a lot more games of Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying, in the
Yeah,
past. And obviously, we always have this argument like, man, who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT? Bro, who's the GOAT, bro? Is it LeBron? is it Michael, bro? And explain why, bro. Like we really got to hear why,
Dang,
bro. Who's the GOAT, man?
dang. On this is recorded. Dang, putting the ball on the spot, boy. That's a tough one. You want to cop out and be like, they play two different positions. You know what I mean? Like how you can't compare them like that. You kind of want to go there. Two different eras, two different styles of basketball. It's like to do the direct comparison is just two separate environments. It's bonkers. But I mean, with the feet, the LeBron just like the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, bro. 38,388 and counting. Sheesh. That's hard to argue against.
Really?
20. Bro, they just threw it up. I didn't equivocate. I didn't say straight up who it is yet. But I'm just giving him kudos real quick.
Yep.
I mean, the All-Star game when Jokic just threw the alley up and he's still, at 38. The man put so much time and effort into studying the game and his body and mind that it's like him and Father Time, boy, they tussling right now.
Yeah.
He ain't giving up. LeBron ain't giving up. So I gotta give LeBron mad props. The argument that Jordan went to 6 finals and he won 6 finals. The killer instinct. The fact that people feared playing against Jordan. The fact that, like, I mean, when the Dream Team and they introduced pro athletes to play represent America on a basketball stage and they went around the world and people were wanting autographs from Mike and the others. Like, Mike was the GOAT. There were other NBA players who were fans of Michael Jordan. Other NBA players were wearing Michael Jordan shoes, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't see that with LeBron.
Yep, exactly.
You don't see the fear like that with LeBron. Mike wasn't trying to be your friend. He was trying to demolish you.
That's real.
Mike was a different beast. The intensity, like you knew, Mike will go into the locker room and ask cats who got me tonight. They getting that work. I'm dropping 50 on them, and he will go drop 50 on them. But that's why I say it's hard because Mike was a shooting guard. His job was to score.
That's real.
So I mean that was his role. And LeBron, he's more of a facilitator, leader. Like, so it's hard, man. It's so hard because LeBron's like number 4 in assists, number 1 in points.
Yeah,
bro. Jordan don't got them accolades, man. Jordan's got, I think, a 15-year career. LeBron's at 20. LeBron's been in 10 finals, won 4, losing record in the finals. But you can look at he has 10 conference championships.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all about how you look. So, sheesh. I didn't answer the question, but dang.
Look at
I'm a Jordan because of my age. I'm a Jordan fan, crazy, but I can't. I would have to kind of hear someone out and be like, "Yo, LeBron is that dude, though. LeBron is. I'm gonna just say LeBron's the GOAT. It hurts
LeBron's
me.
the GOAT.
I don't.
Really?
Hold on.
Oh man,
I can't even say. It's just that LeBron is the on paper. LeBron is the on paper GOAT.
Okay.
But the eye test, who is that dude that you don't want to guard? It's Michael Jordan.
Yeah, 100%.
It's Michael Jordan. It's just that LeBron got too many stats and all that. Like, you're going to be able to, I could argue LeBron's better than I could argue Jordan. Let's put it like that. But Jordan is like, you know what? Jordan is the GOAT, but on paper, LeBron's the GOAT.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
I tell people all the time, it's like LeBron is the greatest all-around player all time. Like if you're looking at how you want a player to be all around on the court, leadership, you know what I'm saying, passing, rebounding, you know what I mean, all that stuff. You're looking at LeBron. But if you're looking at a straight killer, dude out there just out there gonna ball, and guess what? He's gonna do what we all want to do, which is win. And you're picking Michael Jordan. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's one of those tough situations because if you look at it and the reason why I always say Jordan is the GOAT, because if we go over to football, we don't look at no other quarterbacks but Tom Brady. But why is that? Because Tom Brady won.
He was winning.
You know what I'm saying? Now, there may be quarterbacks, which Tom Brady played a lot of years.
Like
so
Aaron Rodgers.
Passing yards and stuff. Exactly. There might be quarterbacks we see out there with amazing stats and all that, but we don't even include them in the GOAT situation because they don't win like Tom.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
See what I'm saying?
Because, I mean, Aaron Rodgers got more MVPs, don't he?
Aaron Rodgers he got like 2 or 3 MVPs. It's crazy. Aaron Rodgers is balling.
Gunslinger. But like, yeah, I mean, that's a good analogy. I mean, good comparison because I mean,
we don't even question it with Tom. We
wins
don't question
5 more.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
So is it only titles then?
I mean, I wouldn't say that it's only titles, but I would say if you look at the way that Jordan did it, and there was also another stat that they did because, I mean, obviously we know Jordan took his break. There was somebody that stated that if Jordan would have stayed in the league for 20 years, such as LeBron did, right now he would be at 42,000 points.
Oh, wow. Because he was averaging what? He was averaging about 20 a game with the Wizards, wasn't he?
He was averaging about 20, 21 points a game with the Wizards. So they said if he continued to do what he was doing, because at the end of the day, LeBron averaged a lot of points per game, probably about 25, 26 throughout his career. There were seasons where Jordan was averaging over 30.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like
when he was a youngin'.
Exactly.
But they weren't getting anywhere. But year 7, Jordan won his first championship. Year 7, LeBron won his first, I believe.
Yep.
So you gotta be like, all right, but bro, LeBron has won a championship with every team he's been with, bro.
This is amazing. It's incredible. Yeah. It's incredible.
And he's going. It was times when he was in the Eastern Conference, you knew he was dominating. You knew LeBron would be in the championship. Bro, with Dumars in them, you ain't know that. Well, then again, I guess after year 7, you did know that the Bulls were going to be there.
You knew the Bulls were going, man.
Yeah. I'm mad he left in 94, 95 because they would have swept the 90s with the exception of 1990. They could have swept the 90s.
They would have swept the world for sure.
Yeah.
They would have beat Houston.
They would have
beat Houston. Yeah, 100%. They would have beat Houston.
Yeah,
man. They were different. By the way, man, I got to ask you now, starting 5, all-time NBA. What's your starting 5, bro? Who you got on the court?
Hold on. That's easy. It's easy. Go with Magic at the 1.
Okay, over Steph Curry. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Magic, 5-time NBA MVP, 5-time NBA champion, Rookie of the Year. No, did he get? No, he got snubbed for Rookie of the Year.
No, I thought he won it over. I thought was that the year that him and Larry tied? Did him and Larry tie for that joint?
That either I gotta go back and look, but I think he might have tied or he got snubbed. One of the, he should have won outright. The man played all 5 positions. Curry can't play all 5 positions. But shout out to Curry, greatest shooter of all time. 4 NBA champions and all that. But 6'9" point guard, that's going to trump it. I can have Jordan at the 2 for my scoring.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
LeBron at the 3.
Okay. This is where it gets hard, y'all, right here. This is it right here.
Yeah. The 4?
Who you got at the 4?
The greatest power forward of all time. Tim Duncan. I'm going with Tim Duncan.
Go. That's real.
I got to. He's the greatest power forward of all time. He had the bank shot that was nuts. He was consistent, not flashy. Already got LeBron. I mean Jordan for the flashy and stuff, and Magic. I don't need flashy at the 4. I need consistency, and that's what I get. 5-time NBA champion, MVP, Finals. Come on, man! Like this is Timmy D. And then at the 5. 5 is hard, but I'm gonna go with dominant. I'm gonna go with dominance because it's my team and I like
Okay.
the swag with it. So I'm gonna go with Shaq Diesel. I'm gonna go
Woo.
with Shaq Diesel. I could have went
Dag
several
at the
ways,
5.
but I'm gonna go
I
with
like
Shaq
that.
Diesel only because now you're scared of the squad. You was already scared, but you definitely scared now
I
because I already
agree.
got a little more softness at the 4, so I'm bringing the intensity with the 5. So yeah, Shaq Diesel with that one.
That's real,
Yeah,
man. That's real. And
yeah, yeah,
that's a solid 5, bro. That's a solid 5. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? I like that.
yeah,
And honestly, bro,
yeah.
I gotta ask you another question, man, because obviously we were talking about earlier. Back in the day, we didn't have all the fucking highlight reels and all the
Right.
videos and all that stuff. Coming out of high school, didn't have all these trainers and everything. What do you think about some of these kids coming out of high school, their athleticism and what they're able to do? Coming out of
Bro,
high school, kids in 9th and 10th grade dunking between the legs, and you know what I'm
bro,
saying?
it's dope. It's so much. You have I think it's amazing to answer the question. I think it's amazing. Then I'll elaborate. But it's amazing to see the athleticism coming straight out of high school. On the other side is to see what the nowadays versus when I was growing up, it's easier to see what the greater athletes are doing. We didn't see that. There was no World Wide Web. There was none of that when I was growing up playing like that. Like, yo, I mean, you gotta think the cell phones didn't even come out until what 2007.
Damn, is that
Well,
when
not
cell
cell
phones
phones,
came
but the
out?
iPhone. The iPhone. Excuse
iPhone?
me, the
Okay, okay,
iPhone.
okay. Dang, that's
Um,
wild.
so like the phone with a camera on it and
Yeah,
internet on it. Bro, when I was 16, we had a Nokia that did not have internet on it, and it didn't have a camera on it like that.
damn.
So like when I was in high school, we didn't have the smartphones.
Yeah,
Um, like the iPod came out in 2007, I think.
yeah.
Like, bruh, I was 21 years old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was grown already. So my deal is imagine being able to YouTube. If I was able to YouTube and see that, okay, this kid is number one in the nation, but look at what they're doing. That's what it takes. You can hear your coach, you can hear your parents, but when you see the work ethic in others and you see how they're practicing and all that, that's going to motivate you. You see, okay, that's what it takes. So now they get the blueprint. They see what it takes. So it's
Yeah,
kind of like you can be real with yourself. If you're not willing to put in that work, then you're not going to get the accolades they get.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So with that, I think it's easier nowadays to see what the most athletic dudes are doing, how they're training, and you can get your body to get to the same way if you're willing to put in that much work. I got a nephew, man. He's my brother and my sister-in-law. They doing well for themselves. My nephew, he tall already. He's about 6 feet. The man, he just turned 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so what do? They got him a personal trainer. He has a personal coach that he goes through drills and his coach played D1 ball. I think it's semi-pro, whatever. He focusing on developing the young ones, and it's working well, bro. Like so, I see it. That's what it
Wow.
takes. Invest in your future, invest in your kids, especially, and they have all the access in the world. My son's into football, so what I do? All right, YouTube the young football phenoms to see what they do.
That's real.
If you want to be the best, you see what the best is doing.
And are you pushing your son like that? Because I was gonna ask that question. Do you have to push him to really like, you know, get to that next level and try to be like those kids, or is it kind of natural? I mean, obviously I'm sure he looks for
Yeah,
guidance in some aspects, but is it pretty natural?
yeah, it's natural. He asked me to take him out to catch. His practice get canceled. He was like, "Hey, Dad, although practice canceled, can we still go out there?" Absolutely. I'm never going to say no. You want to do it? Boom, got you. Started getting into it. He plays Madden all the time now. He goes on YouTube. He wants to watch football highlights. Like now he wants to build his team and he's learning the different positions a little bit more, a little bit better. He's learning defensive coverages. He's learning all these things a lot more, but it's him that's driving it. So that just makes it more enjoyable. Now I don't got to push him. He
Exactly.
just naturally has it. So, and I think those are the differences in some of the greater athletes, and the other ones are just that it has to be in the person. And that's where I'll keep it real with somebody. Yo, you don't want to do that. Because if you wanted to do that, nobody's going to have to force you to put in the work.
Yeah.
That's with anything.
I agree, 100%. You got to, if you're willing to go out there and grind, you definitely gonna get it. You definitely gonna get it.
Right.
So on a more serious note, with everything that you see happening to football players, CTE, taking the hard hits, we saw all the concussions that Tua took, all that stuff. How do you feel about, your son, continuing to go to a higher level with football, college, possibly NFL? How do you feel about that, knowing about all those aspects of the game?
I mean, it's scary. You don't want, you see these freak accidents or the concussions and such, and you're like, oh, well, what happened to mine? But no, it's a it'll be a contact sport, hard-hitting sport. So it's scary, it's nerve-wracking. I remember one of his practices. Yeah, I wasn't too proud of how I reacted, but
What happened?
one of his practices, they were doing a head up, challenge. They would be
the
laying on their
Oklahoma?
backs. Yeah, and they would get up and they would, one would have the ball, one would go tackle. And they kind of went like helmet to helmet kind of deal. And my son was dazed, and I was just like on some, are y'all teaching them how to tackle properly? Like I got up.
You went off.
Yeah, for a second. Cause I was just like, cause the coaching, in my opinion, it wasn't on point like it could have been. This was his first year. It was his first year playing when I did this. And I was just like, I remember getting up because I thought that there was a lack of instruction on specifically how to teach these youngins how to tackle. And I was just, and I was, but for me, I mean, my son could have went forward a little bit more rather than running kind of more straight up.
Yeah.
But I just remember when I heard the clink, and I was a ways, but your child, I knew immediately based off his body language, he wasn't all right. So I went over to him, and we had to do the concussion protocols as such, but he was all right. But yeah, it's still a scary situation with all the CTE, with the long-term potential effects, with the dude who got hit at just the right time where his heart kind of stopped.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up too, man. Like, I was about to bring
timing, like holy cow. So, I mean, it's scary, but at the same time, I was watching the game live with Paul George snapped his leg.
Yeah.
What I mean? I seen it. Was it UNLV? Where the player collapsed on the floor.
Louisville. UNLV, and then Louisville where he broke his leg and it came out and all that. The bones came out.
Yeah. But the dude with the heart issue, the dude that collapsed on the floor.
Yep.
So you never know. Yeah, I mean, with sports and the human body, I mean, you want to protect yourselves at all costs. I think that by the time my son were to get into the high school collegiate, or especially the pros, if he fortunate enough to make it that far, I think the rules are going to continue to evolve to protect the player. See how many rules been in place to protect the quarterbacks. They're going to have to figure it out, man. It's going to be to the point where if the ball is high across the middle to a receiver, like you can't undercut their legs, things like that. I'm sure they'll probably put into play as you see more injuries or something like that. That's one of the most dangerous passes. I'd be like, jeez. And they want to move my son at wide receiver this year. I'm like,
they about to have him at wide receiver?
Yeah, they want to move to wide receiver because he been practicing. He can play almost all because he's super fast. And he's taller for his age, which is, I don't know where he's getting that from. He ain't getting it from me. But but nonetheless, man, I think he'll be fine. I think that there'll be more rules put in place over the years to kind of protect the players a bit more.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I always like to ask that because I mean it's tough, man. I mean, you see people like Antonio Brown, for instance, you know what I'm saying? We see all of his like outlandish behavior and what's been going on with him and stuff. And it's like a lot of that stuff is tied to CTE. Possibly, we can't prove it until I mean, obviously a player is gone. So, but it's just, it's definitely something that you gotta be concerned about, I'm sure, as a parent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Oh
watching your
yeah.
kid grow up,
Yeah, it'd be like, all right, well, next season we need to look into basketball a little bit more, though, homie. But that's why I never played football. I mean, my parents, they were overly cautious with that. They didn't allow me to play football.
That's real, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, my mom was the same way. I don't think I played football for the first time until about 7th grade, 8th grade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I was living with my pops, I finally got out there, which I was pretty nice. But at that point, I was so dedicated to basketball that, you know
Right.
what I mean? I didn't really even care enough about football to even go in that direction. So
Yeah.
it's like I was like, basketball's my thing, man. You know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah.
So
I
I
ain't
just stick
mad
with
at
that.
it.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, bro, another question with basketball, because we see a phenom getting ready to join the league. 7'5", Victor Wembanyama. Have you ever seen anything like that before? And
Not with
what do you think about him?
the bro. He's like I remember when I saw. I remember because Bagley isn't even as finesse like. But he was 6'11" though. I was just like, dang. Even I remember when I first saw Thon Maker at 7 feet. I'm like, the way that he could move, but he ain't panning out like that. But it was just like, bro, he's 7'4", but he moves like a guard.
Yeah, bro.
You barely see 6'10" moving like that.
Yeah.
Or 7'5". I thought it was like, either way.
Well, he just grew another inch. He's only 18, bro.
He's only 18? I thought it was like 20. I thought it was like 21, 22.
He's 18, bro.
And he's playing in it. Is he playing in the G League? Or
No,
is
he's playing like kind of like what
like
Luka Doncic
academy?
was doing. Like what Luka Doncic was doing. He's playing professionally overseas.
Okay, all right. I saw him. I was like, what is that? Like, I didn't do too much research. I seen his highlights, but I didn't do too much research on where the team was. Is he French?
Yeah, he's French. Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Bro, the cat is an anomaly. He's a once in a generation type of talent. I mean, we're going to see how it works out in the league, but it's kind of like wherever he goes, they need to give him free reign. He can't be restricted. Like he has to. Because I remember when we saw Porzingis, it was like, all right, the unicorn, he could do all of that, but this dude seems more agile, like with 100%. More finesse. He's able to kind of, I mean, he can get a rebound and truly run the floor, not like who I saw, like Bobo. Bobo was able to he could get the rebound and he could run the floor and do his thing, right? And he's what, 7'3"?
Yeah. Yep. 7'2", 7'3". Yep.
Bobo could do it, but Bobo seems a little more slow than this dude. Agree. This dude seems a little bit more explosive.
Yeah.
So it's like, you get the explosiveness. He's getting it on a wing like a guard, straight up, bang, and ready to go hammer. Dang. It's like, I'm trying to get a comparison, but it's not even. It's literally like a guard-like comparison with the explosiveness.
Yeah.
But almost like, I mean, Scottie Pippen back in the day was one of those anomalies. Like to be 6'8" and to be able to move and slam like he did, but you didn't see it as often at 6'8", bro. Or T-Mac at 6'10".
Yeah.
T-Mac. Well, I guess T-Mac was doing it. T-Mac was like a tall guard, bro.
Yeah.
He was like a taller Kobe. I remember Kobe being like, yo, if I had the height of T-Mac, bro. T-Mac was like 6'9", 6'10", and he was able to do those things like he was a guard, but like, yo, you're mad tall. Paolo Banchero.
Yes, sir. Seattle, baby. Yes, sir. Bro,
6'10", moving like a guard, like a true guard. But he is a guard. He's 6'10". Like, come on. So, but this dude's 7'4", 7'5". He's 7'5". Come on.
It's different,
When
bro.
he goes up to dunk, the way that he does it, you could just tell like he's different.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not dunking like a 7-footer, bro.
No, no. He's dunking like he's 6'6", 6'7",
Exactly.
like it's Michael Jordan or somebody going up for a dunk. Like it's just normal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't look unorthodox. You know what I mean?
Right.
It looks so controlled. It looks so normal. It's like basically like you just grab Kevin Durant and just stretched him out.
Yes.
And it's like, let me just stretch out Kevin Durant real quick. And instead of Kevin Durant being 6'11", let's make him 7'5", and can play defense like Rudy Gobert. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's insane, bro. It's
and
insane.
Then you see like Rudy Gobert and them, you're like, they're not even as fast.
No.
I was like, and you know what the thing is, kind of like even different from Kevin Durant, this dude seemed like he could put on muscle.
Yeah.
And still be agile.
Yeah.
Like Giannis. Giannis came in the league scrawny.
Yeah.
And put on muscle.
Yeah, Giannis a big dude now, man. Yep.
If this dude puts on muscle, bro.
Unstoppable, bro.
Just a little bit. Because you know he's long, so it ain't going to look like compact like that. But he put on a little muscle.
Give him some KG muscle, like that KG muscle, like that, you know, skinny but still like that strong, like you ain't pushing me around.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Bro.
Yes. Even when KG came in, that was different because he was like, hold on, he's shooting from the free throw line like that?
Yeah.
KG now you see these cats shooting threes. But when KG was shooting from the free throw line, as consistent at 7 feet, we were like, yo, KG different.
Yeah.
The game has evolved, bro. It's evolved crazily.
Completely different, bro.
And that's where you do got to give a nod to Steph Curry. You got to give a nod to Dirk.
Yep.
7 feet, shooting like the way that you shoot. Dirk was one of the first.
Dirk was unstoppable, bro. He was unstoppable. Yeah.
He was one of the first. We got to give him that nod.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I don't know. You look at Yao Ming being 7'5", 7'6". He wasn't doing this. What this dude cat doing?
Yeah, bro. Victor's gonna be different, bro, when he gets in the league. And obviously, this is the first time that we've seen in a long time where we have something called tanking for Victor. I don't think we've ever seen like NBA teams truly be tanking for a pick. Like they don't even want to win. Like the Spurs, they're not even trying to win. You know what I'm saying? There's certain teams. I don't even think Brooklyn wants to win no more.
Bro.
I think Brooklyn's joined the race. You know, it's crazy, man.
Whoever gets him, bro, it's a game change. Like, yo, if I'm a businessman, like as a businessman, I own a team.
There you go. Yeah.
Like, yo, we gotta think long term here.
Exactly.
This is going. This is not even. It's not just about the team. This is going to help the businesses around the stadium and stuff, bro. Like, I don't think you understand. When a huge talent goes somewhere, it changes. Somebody did a study on like the LeBron James effect. Like when he goes to a different team, like great in major cities, but I think it was when he left Cleveland, how it impacted the businesses around the arena and stuff.
They probably went way, way, way down, bro. Way down.
Yeah. Because people not going to see the teams anymore. The bars near the arena aren't doing as well. Like, it's not as bustling downtown as it was when LeBron was in town. So it could be the same with this dude, man. It's going to be hype. I'm interested to see it. We're going to see.
Me too, man. And honestly, I gotta know this too, bro. With All-Star Weekend just passing by, obviously the All-Star game wasn't like it used to be. You know, players don't even seem like they take it serious no more.
Right.
We're not even going to talk about that because they need to change something there.
Yeah.
Who would be your dream all-time dunk contest? And I'm gonna give you 5 options instead of 4. Usually only 4. I'm gonna give you 5 players all time that you would have in your dunk contest.
Off the top of the head, the easy. Oh man, that is okay. It is tougher than I thought, but I'm gonna go with Vince. Got to.
Yep.
MJ got to.
Okay.
Just because when he was in it was just a style race. Dang.
But this can also include players that were never in it. You know what I'm saying?
How you gonna do that? How you gonna do players who wasn't even in it? That's their fault. They should enjoy it.
This is what you want to see. This is what you want to see. You see what I'm saying? This is your dream dunk contest.
Okay. My dream dunk contest. Okay. Now I'm just get the high flyers, bump all the finesse and stuff. Okay. I'm just get the high flyers. So I might say names that y'all don't even, but I hope they can be creative enough. Give me Gerald Green.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shannon Brown.
Okay.
Bro, shit. I don't think people Shannon Brown.
People don't know. People don't know.
Skying, bro.
Just that.
Gerald Green, all his dunks, he would be looking at the rim, bro. I'm like, Gerald Green used to go. And then Shannon Brown, I've seen.
That windmill Gerald Green did when he was on the Nets, bro. Bro.
Yes.
That joke was crazy.
So, like, it's going to be the high rise. So, Gerald Green, Shannon Brown, Vince Carter.
That's 3. 2 more.
Jason Richardson.
Okay.
Bro. But him and Vince are kind of like the same. I ain't going to lie. Him and Vince are kind of like the same. So, I'm going to take Vince over Jason Richardson because Jason Richardson basically copied all Vince's dunks.
He did.
Yeah, he copied all of Vince's dunks.
Yep.
And then the East Bay kind of like started with J.R. Ryder, I believe, anyways. But
it's tough, bro. You need 2 more, bro. These last 2 is tough. You got to think about the play.
I'm gonna drop off Shannon Brown. I'm gonna drop off Shannon Brown. I already got Gerald Green.
Okay.
Gerald Green, Vince. I gotta I gotta have respect on Nate Robinson because because it's just fun. It's fun to see like a 5'9" dude going hammer.
Yes, sir.
Dwight Howard.
Oh, really? You gonna give a 7-footer in there? Okay.
Bro, because he was skying.
He was though. He was a
7-footer that was skying, bro. When he pulled out the 12-foot rim.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
that's just come on, man. And then and then look,
go ahead and say it, man. You want to say it?
Hey, I probably LeBron never been in one. He should have been in one.
That was everybody's dream, bro. That was everybody's dream, man.
Probably LeBron because LeBron is just hold on, who did I have?
You had Vince Carter, Gerald Green, Dwight Howard, Nate Robinson, and LeBron James. So you left out.
Probably let me change it. I wouldn't have Nate because although he did some cool stuff, he wasn't. I would put John Morant in there.
Yes, sir. That's what I was thinking.
John Morant dunks be, bruh.
Have you seen anything like that, bro?
No. The way that he be dunking on people. I'm like, this dude is nuts. So yeah, that'd be dope. LeBron, John Morant, Dwight Howard, Vince Carter, Gerald Green.
That would be tough.
Yeah.
You about to bump out Gerald Green?
I know. One part of it. I'm going hell like we're gonna keep it. That would be a dope dunk contest.
Because you did leave out Zach LaVine. You left out Zion Williamson.
No. I'm taking out Gerald Green. Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
Snub twice.
Yeah, bro.
Twice. I thought that Aaron Gordon should have beat Zach LaVine both times.
Honestly, I'll be real with you. Aaron Gordon, with Zach LaVine being from Seattle, saying from the Washington area, that was a tough one. Because honestly, I thought, Aaron Gordon had it as well. But when they had that extra round, and Zach LaVine did between the legs from the free throw line,
yeah,
I was like, bruh, because that's unheard of, bro.
Yeah, that is.
That's
That is.
unheard of, bro.
But the under the leg, the
Spin, everything.
undefeated, that was never done. I was like, that was one of the best dunks of all time in a dunk contest.
And it was like ear above the rim on that joint. It was
Yes.
like ear. Yeah, bro.
Every
That joint
single
was crazy.
dunk. When the mascot was rotating, and him to catch it with one hand, I said, yo. Aaron Gordon was nuts. It was nuts. And he was like, it's over, over. Man, I felt bad for the man. And then the next time I said, this is crazy.
Nah, I feel you, bro.
Aaron Gordon.
Nah, I definitely 100% agree with you, bro. That would be insane, man. And last couple things here, bro. Who you got winning it all this year, NBA wise? And who's also your MVP of the season this year, NBA wise? I gotta know, man.
I can't lie, bro. I haven't been paying attention as much as I have been in the past, only because of the focus.
You've been busy, man,
with the lives, right? So I can't. Yo, the All Star Weekend snuck up on me. It's like what? All Star Weekend, but let me think. If I go over the last couple of years, I'm surprised. I don't know how Boston is doing right now. I'm surprised.
First place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boston is like, how y'all not winning? Like your team is nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And their core, I'm like, y'all gotta be gelling like crazy. And they were who was in the finals last year with LA? No, who?
It was last
LA.
year in the finals
LA.
was Boston and Golden
Boston.
State.
And Golden State. Yeah. My bad.
You good.
Yeah. Yeah. Boston. If Boston could take it, they could take it. Golden State, though. What Golden State looking like?
Golden State, it's a little bit farther back this year because they've had a lot of injuries. Steph Curry's been injured a lot this season. And then they've had some off and on injuries with Draymond and Clay. So they've kind of fallen back a little bit. Memphis is doing pretty good, I believe. Ever since Ja Morant said that statement, though, about the West being easy, Memphis has kind of fell back a little bit. So I believe Memphis is in like the 5th spot right now. But first place in the West currently is the Denver Nuggets with Jokic.
Murray's still doing his thing.
Murray's still doing his thing, but he's been injured off and off, man. It's been Jokic just carrying that team. He's averaging a triple-double this year. So,
but I don't think that he can pull it off by himself, though.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
That's just that's been the case. Like that was last year. You saw how that went. But yeah, man. I think Boston can take. I would go with Boston. Boston can win it all this year, man.
That's real.
Yeah, I gotta go with Boston. Tatum just won All-Star MVP. Brown is
tough.
Come on, bro. They got a great squad, So Boston they could do it. Yeah,
that's real, man. That's
real. And then the MVP, I don't even know, bro. I have no clue. Well, just because you be wanting to see something new, Jokic can't do a 3-peat on it.
You don't think so?
I mean, he could.
Yeah.
But it'd be like he's the most. It's like Tim Duncan winning the MVP. It's kind of like,
It's boring.
It's boring.
Yeah.
But if he's averaging triple-double and his team is what, they're number one, you said?
Number one in the West, yeah.
I mean, yo, it's like, bro, he could get MVP again.
Which would be crazy, bro. And that's honestly who I told people is my pick for MVP this year, just because, I mean, bro, he's balling. His team is winning, averaging a triple-double as a center. You know what I'm saying? We don't see that, bro. You don't see that. Right. A center averaging 11 assists a game.
It's like, yo, he's running the whole, even in an All-Star game. Get it back.
Bro, and his passes look so nonchalant, bro. It's crazy.
And on point. Yeah.
On point, bro.
He's a beast, bro.
Point. Yeah, man. Hey, I just want to say, man, thank you for hopping on the podcast. Thank you for talking with me, chopping it up. You know what I'm saying?
man.
Explain to people who you are, man. You know what I mean? Hey, this is the end of the podcast, but let people know what you're doing, man, where they can find you, how they can get on live with Trell, how they can buy some of your gear. Let them know what's up,
Word.
bro. Let them know what's up.
Word. Hey man, I appreciate you having me on. I appreciate the opportunity to share my story. Everybody got a story, and I love to hear other people's stories and their inputs. And they could do that if they come in live with Trell. I do that on Instagram primarily. So it's at Trell TRELL _Maurice MAURICE. So at Trell _Maurice. Every Tuesday, every Friday, I go live. Right. I save the live sometimes. So if you go on YouTube and you type in Trell Maurice, you can see clips and the entirety of certain segments of the live. And then, like, yo, if you mess with the Trell Maurice brand, yo, go to trellmaurice.com.
Yes,
and you
sir.
can cop you some merch and some gear, and that's going to keep evolving and keep growing. But for right now, there's a bit of variety to choose from to support, and a portion of all proceeds goes toward No Kid Hungry, a charity. Yo, it's U.S. based.
Love that. We love
I
that.
love eating. I love looking fly. So if I love getting my girl born and looking fly, no kid should go without a meal as well. So you can cop some gear, look fly, and you're doing good at the same time. So do good, stay fly. TrellMaurice.com. Support the brand. Appreciate the love, man. And we're all about positivity, love and love, agreeing to disagree when necessary, being a genuine human being, diversity, equity, inclusion, all that, man. So that's the brand. So if y'all support, I greatly appreciate it. And like, yo, we're gonna keep rocking every Tuesday and Friday.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all go check out Live with Trell. He's killing it, man. He's giving the average person an opportunity to talk on a major platform. All right. So
Yes,
please
sir.
hop on there. And also, like he said, check out his website. I'll have it right here at the bottom. All right. Make sure y'all go check it out and check him out and get some merch. All right. And represent and follow, man, and support a black brother that's trying to do good things and spread love in the community. That's all we try to do.
Man.
That's it. I got you, man. Appreciate you, bro. You be safe out here and you stay blessed, my brother.
All right, for sure. Thanks,
Yes,
man. Do
sir.
the same.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Got you.